Mote talk sport. Yeah. Say Gaurdiola no embefa the English national team no for munko the World Cup and as a major tournament be a dio manim.
So the mama coach be to say League Castle, Monomo qualifies. England so the qualify
tournament na the Gaurdiola ko. Then there is Roy Keane. Ono so akwatena Gary Neville show so. According to say they should give the team to Pep Gaurdiola. Now the pros and cons of these decisions and what Pep Gaurdiola wants to do, because Gaurdiola susu si supi say onye England national team adwuma no ohunu ama last time in February I remember Gaurdiola kodi nkomo say onya national team adwuma no obeye per club achievement. Gaurdiola is making himself known in the Spanish La Liga, the Germany Bundesliga, and now in the English Premier League. Yet to coach in the Italian Serie A, yet to coach in the French Liga. But the impact is so immense when it comes to the game in itself. And we modernize a lot of things in the current game. But Obibo said, "Didn't own team coach the Spanish national team." The reason why Pep Gaurdiola cannot coach the Spanish national team, you see, Pep Gaurdiola nipa or title the biography man pa ne friend Marti Perano. Na free time free Barcelona eba ebe remu ewo Bayern Munich be coachi ewo the city ni nyina no. Eba Pep Gaurdiola books bebre na otro na esa papa na tro de man. Na o make statement be say Pep Gaurdiola is not going to coach the Spanish national team not because of sporting reasons, but because of social reasons. The social reasons in Nigeria say Pep Gaurdiola is a true and true Catalonian. Or a true and true Catalonian. Now Catalonia for almost seeking independence from Spain hankasa. So Gaurdiola has actually made a statement to Abontin say on wedrume bi no konya ya na ke Catalonia national team wo ha ko boma homo. Ko amba mfa the Spanish national team. To a certain extent say Gaurdiola etimi bo yellow ribbon at the bonatade mu betina bench. Etina bench wiase nyina say o supported the Catalonia for ne yeden. Emma UEFA fine no 20,000 euros. Omuni FIFA. They tosu mienu. Londoners prisoner and our prisons e Spain. Pro-independent Catalonia for no. Omo kwagigina mu se omo mpina na omo beti omo ho no ye chi omo tum no Gaurdiola ko prison won ko srasra obi asitire. And there is even a picture of that. All in the lens onu ni gina ho. Oni pro independent for no e gina ho anase ba ko gina ho no mo di nkomo. Eno maka ho asem. Nanse ya na ehu se Sanchez and Pedro Sanchez onu ne prime minister. Emma amnesty edema pro independence empanyfo mu di animu so mo ko pay independence yenyi omo emfa mu free prison emma mo mrefie Gaurdiola di mu tintimai omo mo raise concern about it. So Gaurdiola and Spain national team two distinct issues. Mekane so omo mienu no coaching the national team could be one difficult task.
But say anke bia Catalonia for na nya omo freedom and
omo freedom amati omo akono na ke bia ko be coach the Catalonia national team. But because of that, he cannot coach the country. So now that is when the England national team comes into context. But Obe coaching the England national team, these are two different things. Now, at the club side, you get whichever player you want in your club to fit into your structure, to fit into the kind of team you want to build, and the kind of style of play you want to build. It is the Gaurdiola Dumanama for who say about the English national team. A very different thing altogether, and the arguments they are trying to make for others, they kind of say the style and the money involved at club side is different from the style and money involved at the national team. At the national team, no, you should but at the club side, no, you demand to get whatever you want to mix it up. There is a pro case in favor of Gaurdiola. Pro case in favor of Gaurdiola, and say the English Premier League has become an international league. The ATB International League, it is a league that is dominated by foreigners in terms of coaches and in terms of players. It told the teams in this one now. And this is the first Albania one team English players are dominant. Say, oh, Pesadi and Ibia, this is called the League One or the Championship. That is where you find that. But in the Premier League in itself, the top clubs are dominated by foreigners. Look at Arsenal. Foreigners here to say English players here saying. Say England and I say Arsenal starting and almost starting games are English player or dominant woman as some dominant to Kasaba Bukayo Saka. No Kasaba Declan Rice, Meboa. The rest of the players near Wamo, Martinelli a foreigner, Kahavet a foreigner, Martin Odegaard a foreigner. And then Mikel Merino a foreigner. Even the centre back pair, foreigners. What did they mention? There's Calafiori who is a foreigner. So there are few players who start for the Arsenal national team and as almost starting by Arsenal Football Club when it comes to the Premier League. Liverpool, Yawamo. And then Ryan Gravenberch mo. McAllister on your foreigner. Virgil van Dijk and Kunata on foreigners. Robertson has not played for the English national team despite him being a British. Trent Arnold the English, correct. Bako. Alisson Becker English and there be. Diego Yota English, there be. Mohamed Salah, there be. You move to Manchester City and you realize that for food in Crampon in your opportunity starting. There is Rico Lewis over there, but how consistent is Rico Lewis here? The one over to Makasama near John Stones. So the whole league, international league. So Peke Guardiola, Naba Beshema, the league in itself, your international, which has made their players adopt to that standard. And they say, almost any players so Marco foreign land. So there's Conor Gallagher, there's Jude Bellingham. It took the Guardiola bar. Because league nankasana wo do eni ato so na ya wo dia na be international. So bringing in an international coach to come and coach the national team does not affect anything you do. Then there's another argument they will raise again. Said there be so all the team name Pep Guardiola say Ejuma Gary Southgate abe in a long period of time. Didn't think I was say Gary Southgate Ejuma abe in a long period of time. Gary Southgate need an Ashworth and then launching the England national team DNA identity. About 2016, in Nanyoma Gukra Poto for the England national team. Gary Southgate need an Ashworth and a Besom. It was steady here. Whatever Guardiola, any club muye wo England, no, it never affected what happened in the national team.
Yes.
England remains the only nation that Pep Guardiola a coach here. You don't see a direct influence of his footballing style on the national team.
Mum follow the ideas.
For
the money na come mo chere wo no.
Of Germany yehubi. Spanish national team yehubi. But in England it is different. So the moment you appoint Guardiola, it means the identity now Gary Southgate ni Ashworth mo modern build the to hono. Fancy the Maria. I quite difficult. So we be Guardiola ba na in one tournament pe wa be se sanoma nyina no de be fifro aba be team nim. There be. Yampene. It's not to say omo foreign internationals, but they are trying to protect their identity. What is this?
Okay.
They are toso miensa. Fancy. Now me be cast a record that hono. Natives on my coachy. Any tournaments I host no fancy do na your mom free kronim na eji. Say statistics no one mark how bet me dey to some me Shadrack. Natives na nkasa statistics e kuto in terms of coaching their national teams and the number of titles they've won remains evident in this context when it comes to some of these. They walk up on 22 times. Natives in Kwampo win 22. O check Euros na last 17. Natives in Kwampo win 16. Oh. So you look at it, even the AFCON, the number of natives are the AFCON Kwampo change the number of foreigners are the AFCON. So it means say you be free kromoba and no more massa this particular kind of decision in contest crani say two winners of even say only power J World Cup any the OG Euros in nano omo ye natives so go through the ranks hwan obekasa ba Argentina coach ofri hin na bae obekasa ba De La Fuente ofri hin na bae omo free omo ankasa structure na mu no efenima ne young teams no omo coach na na promote omo don buy no bejeje. So England is making a case for themselves. Guardiola is a good coach, top tactician, and in terms of commercial, they no walk up now be ben be bon be any be also. But these points they have listed, actually say Guardiola bar and you be betima kwacho for even a short-term success.
Okay,
that is where they stand, and I agree perfectly with them when it comes to this Guardiola decision and what they want to do. Now, Italy for one year just a point away from qualifying from the quarterfinals of the Nations League. I wonder, how did Italy move from the mess that occurred in Euro 2024 to becoming a solid side that scores a lot of goals in this context? Medeka can previously say Italy in a tournament almost strike an air top scorer. Italy, their identity in terms of winning tournament is about how resilient they are, both in attack and in defense. It is any mentality of Moody Room. It is difficult to beat them when they have an Italian side that is having such a level of quality. It will check here, Euro 2020, they were really resilient at the back line with Chiellini and Bonucci at the back line. Omo de Bastoni mobile be FIFA and say diaba. But I think they are having a core team now, and I believe there's something positive that is coming out of it. Italy has always had their players come from their league. It's Juventus be my top players, AC Milan be my top players. The entire near free Inter Milan International because it is a club so Honda foreigners beat me Magro. But the main clubs no we born and bred Milan, Juventus, Torino. Most of these clubs they expect some free crew money bebo. But they also changed. But I believe they've adapted to the situation so well. And no more players need be more travel abroad. And no more room into the other teams, are picking up. And I look at how Sandro Tonelli, Epifi Apabua, you look at Retegui, who at the club side don't say that she goes from Atlanta Baby. But Oba National team is picking up. He's giving off my vibes of they said the guys are no Pelemu. And remember some time ago. Then there's Zaniolo, there's Pellegrini, there's Barella. And at the 3-back system, no move for me to say no. Can it replicate what Chiellini, Bonucci, and Bazzagli did? Bastoni, Borgiano, then Calafiori. Because Omu are very young. Then be complemented with the likes of Francesco Acerbi. So I think Italy from 2024, Euros no Mubaji and Mguasiano. Spalletti, Ayedumani adapted. And he has been dynamic in his approach in terms of tactics. Going back to their 3-back system, it's more consistent results. But
me that say, Mezano